Hey everyone, it's Tobes, and welcome to your second monitor. Edge of Eternities is finally here today. We have a midweek Magic event for Jump In. I'm pretty excited about this set, and so I'm looking forward to getting into some play for it. I'm going to have a couple of cool events posted on the channel over the next month or so, so tune in if you want to see some cool Edge of Eternity stuff. So let's talk about Jump In. Jump In is Arena's answer to Jumpstart. We're going to be able to get 2 packs of 20 cards each that include basic lands, and we'll have a 40 card limited deck that's a combination of 2 themes. Now, the way that Jump In works on Arena is we get to see 3 pack options, and it will generally show us a highlighted card from each of those packs, so we get an idea of what that pack is about. I think it's almost always the rare, if it's not always. We choose one of those 3, and then it'll show us a different 3. We choose that one, and that's our deck. It's a real simple event. So Jump In is live right now, so I encourage you to come and play it. Let's get started. All right, of these packs, we've got a blue one, Cosmic, with Starbreach Whale. 5 mana, 3/5 flying whale. Enters and Surveil 2, and we can warp it for 1 and a blue. Now, warp is sort of like adventure for permanence. It basically means if you cast this for its warp cost, it comes in, it does enter the battlefield, so we'll get the interest trigger, and then at the end step, we exile it, and we can cast it for its actual casting cost later, on a later turn. So we get at least the interest trigger, and we get to see it on the battlefield for a little while. Warp is always as sorcery speed, of course, because it's on permanence, and permanence without flash come in, at sorcery speed. So Cosmic is probably things like this whale. All right, Artifacts. Ooh, Artifacts is a red in this. That's neat. So our feature card is Weft Stalker Ardent. 2 and a red for a 2/3 Drix Artificer. Drix is a new creature type for Edge of Eternities. It also has Warp for just 1 red, and whenever another creature or artifact we control enters, this deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay, so it pings our opponent with creature fall and artifact fall, and we can warp it in for just 1 red and have that happen for 1 turn, and then we can cast it again another time. All right. Last up, we have Synthesized, which is a Dimir pack with Alpha Rael, Dreaming Acolyte, as the featured card. 1, a blue and a black for a 2/3 human cleric. When it enters, we draw 2 and then discard 2 unless we discard an artifact. So I think that's Search for Discovery, basically, which is a 3 mana spell anyway. And on our turn, Alpha Rael has Death Touch, so that seems pretty fun. I'm kind of attracted to this artifacts pack, though, or I think we need this big whale. Let's go for the whale. Cosmic. So we've got blue for the first one, and we've got the possibility of having Alpha Rael for the second one, too, because we got Synthesized again. Same for artifacts. Wow, we could go for both. But what is Terraforming? Terraforming is, the featured card is Biomechan Engineer. This is a 2/2 Insect Artificer for a green and a blue. When it enters, make a Lander token. Lander tokens are a new artifact token type. It just says pay 2, tap and sack it, and Rampant Growth. So search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tapped and shuffle. It also has, for 8 generic, draw 2 cards and make a 2/2 robot token. That's cool. So it's an evoker as well, from like the old evoker cycles. Evoker? Invoker? Invoker. There you go. So if we want to play it safe-ish, we can choose one of the packs that has blue in it, because we've already got some blue. What could Synthesized be about? I don't know. Terraforming seems cool to go with Cosmic, so we've got the stars and we've got the planets. Or we could just go straight up Is It, which seems like it's probably fun too. I'm excited about this bug. Let's play with this bug. All right, Cosmic Terraforming with a big whale. Let's start game 1, see where it gets us. As usual, we're going to play this until we've won Midweek Magic. We've gotten our 3 wins, and if that's too fast, we might keep going, and if not, we might not. So we'll see how this plays out. So we've got some options. We can warp this in early if we wanted to. It's just a tap effect. This makes a Lander token. Yeah, let's keep this. So I think we'll start with our Thornwood Falls. which does look spooky enough. It's a March of the Machine Thorn with falls, but it makes us think about, you know, space stuff, even though that is the world of Eldraine. Alright, we'll play an island, just to play some mind games with them, make them think we have actual factual counterspell. Alright, they're going to sacrifice their lander token because they played Sammy's Curiosity, make a lander token and get 2 life. That's pretty good. We'll play this forest, and let's get out our Galactic Wayfarer and get one of our own lander tokens. Alright. Most City Edge cannot be measured, but some will spend their lives trying anyway. What a great art. Incredible art in this set. I love it. Hemosymbiotic, or Hemosymbic Might. 1/1 Might, when it becomes tapped, something else gets a power and toughness bonus equal to its power. Pretty good. Tractor Beam is our 4-mana tap spell of the set. I think we can do some smart stuff here. So let's do it. Let's Gene Pollinator. Ooh, they're holding up. They've got some kind of interaction. Let's Cryo Shatter this thing. That way when it becomes tapped, it will be destroyed. Now we'll go to combat with our Galactic Wayfarer. They may have a trick, but if they do, that's fine. Let's see what they have to say. Gene Pollinator seems good if we had something like the Hemosymbic Might, because we could tap it and get its tap trigger. Mechanozoa is... oh, okay. 6 mana for a 5/5, tap something and put a stun counter on it. Seems good. Alright, yeah, they're just going to let us in. We can lander token as a... at instant speed, so we will. They don't know we don't have anything else. Intrepid Tenderfoot. It's a 2/2 that you can pay 3 and put a counter on. It seems good. I faced that during the pre-release, I believe. Alright, let's get another green source. Alright, we've got our own Sammy's Curiosity. Seems alright. We can Mechanozoa to get rid of their thing. Or we could just tap it down. Let's tap it down. Alright. Sammy's Curiosity. I wasn't even reading this. It's a permanent mind control effect, but it doesn't untap. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Alright, they've got their own Mechanozoa. So that's going to be stunned for a minute. That's fine. Second spell we cast, huh? What if we warp in this Mechanozoa so that we can tap down their Mechanozoa? We can also get this lander token and get ourselves another island and get in for 1. That way we can get our Mechanozoa back if we want to. Do it again. Mouth of the Storm is a 6/6 flyer with Ward 2. No! That's really big. That's bigger than our whale. We gotta do something about it. I guess we will play this Psionicist, which will discount our second spell. We can play Mechanozoa. Tapping the Psionicist. And we'll keep their Mechanozoa tapped down. We'll just call it a day. Wish we could have hit Mouth of the Storm with that, but it has Ward. What we will do is probably Lost in Space it next turn. At least that gets rid of it for a moment. And we have the mana to do that. Close encounter. Alright. Additional cost, choose a creature you control or one warped in exile, and it bites. Okay. Thawbringer is a 4/2, enters or dies, surveil 1. Are these the Eumidians? There is some kind of insect race. Well, let's see if they want to trade. Or we could do this Gale Blade. Lost in Space there, Mouth of the Storm. Pay the ward. On top, that's fine, we don't need any more mana. And we'll attack with the two things that can trade. See if they want to trade. They do, I guess. Okay, suits me. They'll get a Surveil trigger, that's fine. We are also going to get a Surveil trigger by warping in this whale. We just don't, I guess they are Eumidian. I'm not excited about either of these cards, even though Thornwood Falls looks great. Let's see what else we've got. With our whale in warp. So we're not really going to be able to attack this turn because everything is -3/-0 from their Mouth of the Storm. That's pretty good. This takes mana to sacrifice. Got a lot of lands here. Well, let's play the whale. Starwinder. Seems good. And another Lost in Space. Let's keep them like that. We'll play our land. We'll pass the turn. This way we can take our Gale Blade and sack it in response to blocking with it. Draw ourselves a big monster. 7 mana for a 7/7. Doesn't fly. Ooh, use Social Engineering. Landfall, make a 2/2. Cool. Genomorph Imago. Landfall, something who has a 3/3 or a 6/6. Wow. And it flies? Oh, that's crazy. Starwinder. We have... We're just going to play the big boy. Let it get in, and we'll attack with our whale. I think they'll let it in, which will mean we get to draw a card, I believe. Yeah, we'll draw 3 cards. Let's see if they want to throw away their Imago for that. Nope. We're going to draw 3 cards. I feel like that's worth it. We've got our own use Social Engineering. Let's play this island. And we can play that on their turn. Tap down something. Maybe the Mechanozoa. Maybe the Genomorph. Maybe whatever they hit with the Genomorph. Yeah, seems like the Genomorph. Let's go ahead and do that. Paying it. Tapping their own creature to get mana. Seems pretty good. Now we kind of have to Lost in Space that thing now. Can we warp for 2 and then 4? Do we have 8 mana? We do. So let's warp this in. Play our forest. Get a trigger. Play Lost in Space. Put their Mouth of the Storm back on their top of their library again. I'm sure they're going to put it in the top. What is this? Oh, we can use this to kill something. That's good. So let's say we get in with our whale again. No, we might die if we do that. Do we get in with our Starwinder? I think we do. Maybe we can draw 7 cards. Who knows? No, they blocked their robot. That's fine. So how does this work? Yeah, Mouth of the Storm, sure. Our stuff becomes smaller. We may have to just block with the whale, which is fine. Oh, they don't have anything else, so yeah. We'll block with this thing. We can injure that robot. So, this is... Fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. So that's 3 and 5 is 8, which is okay with me. Playing an island, getting a robot. Melt Shredder's Resolve on the Starwinder. Starwinder can't kill the Mouth of the Storm because of the Mouth of the Storm trigger. A shame. We'll kill with this Imago though. And I guess we'll draw 4 cards. It can't be blocked. Is that right? It can't be blocked by more than 1 creature, so yeah, it can be blocked. Could have attacked with my robot as well, I suppose. That's okay. We're gonna get it there. We're gonna make this work. Reading cards is not what I do in Jump In. Alright, Mouth of the Storm is gonna attack. We're gonna have to sacrifice our whale. It's sad, the whale is great. Alright, let's see if they have some kind of trick or if this trade works. Whoop. We lose next turn if we... Obviously, if we can't kill them, or we can't deal with their flyer. Biomechan Engineer. We don't have any more mana if we do this, but it draws us 2 cards, so perhaps... Something? No, it doesn't look like. I think that is good game for us. Block with the Pollinator, and good game. Yeah, we can't cast any of this. This is cool. Good game, Catu39. Alright, let's jump back in with our Cosmic Terraforming. It's game 2. Alright, game 2. Love Vivian. Yeah, this is great. Let's do it. Flash it in response to the Rugged Highlands trigger. Swing right in. So our Galeblade is a 1/1 flyer with flash that we can pay 2 and sack to draw a card. We'll play another island. We'll get in with the Galeblade. I think we'll play this Wayfarer and get ourselves a lander token. So this has sort of anti-menace, 2 more points of toughness, and it fights when it comes in. Okay. They steal our lander token. Ooh, we got Tenuk. Alright. Tenuk is someone we don't want them to have. So we will try and kill Tenuk. No, it won't kill him, but we can at least attack so that they can't block. We'll play this Psionicist to follow it up. Now Tenuk has landfall, 1 damage to each opponent, and then draw a card if it's the second time. It's pretty alright. Slag Drill, Scrapper, and Rust Harvester. Okay, this is the thing where you can sacrifice lands or artifacts to draw a card. This is a 1/1 menace. Exile an artifact from your graveyard, put a counter on this, and then it hits something. That's pretty good. That's alright. Let's see what we can do. I feel like we leave back the Psionicist to block, and we can attack with the thing that's unblockable because of flying, and the thing that can only be blocked by one creature. They'll block with Tanook. Might Form Harmonizer. 4 mana rare, landfall, double target creature's power until end of turn. That's pretty alright. Rust Harvester triggers off of... oh, just activation. Melted Moxite is Tormenting Voice on an artifact, and you can pay 3 and sack it to make a robot. Tapped robot. So I will take the Tanook damage. One man. Okay. We're pretty close to Glacier Godmawing them, which is not a bad thing. Let's attack with the Gale Blade in the air. One point of damage isn't nothing. Alright, Mightform Harvester makes itself huge. That's alright. Let's sacrifice our Gale Blade. See if anything comes of this. We could have just tapped it down, but instead we will lose our Psionicist. And we'll leave Intermodulation? No, we'll go ahead and play it. So we can draw a card. We can play our Godmon next turn. Ooh, Nebula Dragon. Perfect. 3 damage to anything. Go ahead and hit me. I'm going to tap you down. Ooh, Gene. Pretty good. This Godmon doesn't fly. But it is large. Large is sometimes enough. So we can sacrifice the Galactic Wayfarer, or we can chump with the Galactic Wayfarer if they attack with a Harmonizer again. A lot of landfall. Is this our karmic retribution for playing so much landfall during Final Fantasy Limited? It's possible. We've got to take the... Ooh, that's it. That's it. Good game. We do this. And then we do this. And we're at 6 life. Oh, 6 damage. Go down to 2. We can Lost in Space the Harmonizer, but then we die in the air. Imago is a flying blocker. Biomechan Engineer is a blocker on the ground. We can't Lost in Space, but we can do this. Get ourselves another blue source. What does it do for us? It makes the Imago bigger right now. And then this gets Vigilance, or everything gets Vigilance and Haste. Well, that's pretty good. Does that win it for us? I don't think it does. It's 3 and 7 is 13. That's Xaxes. Do they have something they can stop us with? I think they do. Maybe not. Okay, Xaxes. Good game, Juan Fabio 98. Wow, Glacier Godworm is a pretty good 7-drop. Alright. Well, that's our first win. What do we get as our prize? It is a rare. It is Karavek the Punisher from Thunder Junction. 3 mana for a 3/3. When you commit a crime, you exile a black card from your graveyard and copy it, and it costs 2 extra life. Seems good. Alright. Game 3. Let's see what Game 3 does for us. Two mana. I can make this work. Start off with a blue source. Alright, there's Scoured Barrensea. We can play our Biomechan Engineer. Get ourselves a lander token, so even if we don't get another land next turn, we can Rampant Growth with our lander token. Mechan Navigator is not horrible. We might be able to Melt Strider's Resolve, and this time I'm going to read it properly. It'll make our thing into a 2/4. They can get a lander off of that, which is not horrible for us. It means they'll be sinking their mana into doing something else. Gigastorm Titan is a 5-mana 4/4, but it's a 2-mana 4/4 if it's the second spell, or later. Okay. So we can Melt Strider's Resolve this next turn, kill their Beamsaw Prospector, or maybe something else, and then Gigastorm Titan after that? I don't think that's terrible. And that's assuming we don't draw land. Whoa, what is this? Perigee Beckoner. Oh, they make their Beamsaw Prospector bigger and have Scam in it. Oh, they make us discard something. Discard whatever you want. Take what you like. Is it our whale? I hope not. Oh, well, there goes our plan for the Gigastorm Titan. I guess that's alright. Alright, we can... Ooh, Cryo Shatter seems good for later. Let's do this on our Engineer. Have it kill the Beamsaw Prospector. Do we hold up Mental Modulation? I think we want stuff on the ground. Let's get some Mechan Navigator out. It's when it becomes tapped, we loot. We'll attack with our Engineer. And what does our opponent have to say about that? Oh, Peaceful Pup. That's great. Okay, they're going to land their token, which may mean they don't have anything else to do. Looks like. Alright. I think we play this. We attack. Draw and discard. I am not excited about this Gene Pollinator, although it's probably a good idea. Maybe Mental Modulation. Cryo Shatter seems better to me. And we will pass. So this can be blocked if you cast 2 or more spells. Whenever this creature deals damage, draw a card. Oh, that's cool. I like the Elvoy. They just look awesome. And they have their cool emoji masks. Cloud Kill Agents slip in and out like a breeze. Cool. Night Luminary is a 3/2 that comes with a friend. Honored Captain is a 1/1 that comes with a friend. Wow. They're getting it ready. Oh, they voided that in, or warped that in, I guess. Interesting. So, do we attack? I think we do. We can always Cryo Shatter in response to them blocking the Elvoy Infiltrator with everything. See if they do that. Yeah. That's fine. Cryo Shatter it's not an instant. Silly me. Well, that's fine. We got rid of one thing, and we'll play out a whale. Do we play out the whale or the Gene Pollinator? We play out the whale. Surveil a little bit. Avoid operative. We'll do this. That way we can start building this up. It's not a flyer. but we can work with this. Alright, they get their Night Luminary out, not warped, so it comes with a friend. We've got plenty of blockers. We'll play this out. A little Cryo Shatter. And we'll hold this up for next turn so we can 2-spell then. Let's attack with the Engineer, since it can't be multi-blocked. Alright. Opponent, what do you have to say? 6 cards in hand. Grav Pact Monoist. 2/1 flyer, when it dies, make a robot. Tapped robot, okay. Well, how do we feel about this Galactic Wayfarer? And then a Gene Pollinator, which will give our Ilvoy operative another counter. Getting big. Let's attack with the Engineer, which maybe they sacrifice the Monoist and get their robot out of it. Maybe they sacrifice one of their tokens. Jump with it. We'll see. In any case, next turn we have, it looks like, 6 mana. We can use the Pollinator to tap the Lander for mana. What will we use it for, though? Susurran Voidborn. Warped in. Something comes in, it drains us for 1. Insatiable Skitter. Or this creature or another creature artifact you control dies. Drains us for 1, I'm sorry. So it's a Blood Artist. Insatiable Skittermaw is a 2/2 menace with Void. Being in the end step, if Void, put a counter on it. Okay, so yeah, they're getting counters too. We have a Glacier Godmaw. Glacier Godmaw is pretty cool. I think if we don't have anything to spend our mana on, let's attack. We're going to attack with the Whale and the Engineer. If they want to block with their Monoist, they can. Get a robot out of it, I guess. And also that's it. Yeah, we'll just pass and we'll do the Lander token on their turn. That way, if the turn after that, if our next turn we draw a land, we can play our Godmaw, and that thing is crazy. Virus Beetle is a shame. Deep, deep shame. Should have seen it coming. Oh well. I'll miss you, Glacier Godmaw. Also, hands off to the creative text team for this set. Some of these names are just so much fun. Do like so. They can only kill 1, so they'll kill the Galactic Wayfarer. And we will Lander during our end step. Or their end step, rather. Get another blue source, and now we draw even more blue sources. That's fine. We'll do the same thing we did last time. Attack with the 2 that have evasion. Alright. And take 2 and make a robot. We'll pass. We're out of gas here. If we draw another land, we might attack with our Mechan Navigator just to loot. Because when it attacks, we can loot. Or when it becomes tapped, we can loot. I guess we might do that during our end step, during their end step. I see. We've got some tricks up our sleeve. I will accept your tricks. Is this Trumpet Blast? If so, we die. It is. We'll do this. Tap this. See if we can get something good out of it. We can't. Good game. So we'll... yeah. Alright. Well, that was all right. Game 3 to our opponent. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't good game you by name opponent. Good game, either way. Let's try game 4. Ooh, looks so good. I love the aesthetic for this set. All right, Book Eater. I see your Moogle. Let's do this. This is fine. I can get out my Imago early. Maybe this soon as well. Let's see what they come up with. Forest. And we play an island and pass. Alright. We got red-green, presumably dirty stuff. Red-green landfall, I assume. Hey, it's the Throne of Eldraine board. Love Eldraine. Alright, opponent, what do you have? Got... crack a cow, little otter. Alright, Terra Symbiosis is dangerous for us. We will play this, I suppose, because it's bigger than the Gene Morph. Gene Morph, I guess, is probably better because we could fall our way into it the turn after. But we can now play the Imago and then the Gigastorm Titan and get the trigger here next turn. So Terra Symbiosis is a rare that says whenever you put one or more counters on a creature, we can draw that many cards. So it's a do-nothing enchantment for now, but it's probably going to get out of hand with their landfall. We'll see. Thawbringer, this thing. It'll trade with either of our creatures. I do want this Imago out. We'll go ahead and get out the Gigastorm Titan. I think I'm fine trading either of these. Alright. They get their Surveil. Evendo. Oh, it's kind of Gaia's Cradle. Beautiful. Oh. Okay. Good to know. Launch day woes. Oh, we lose our Imago. That's too bad. But we can make it work. We've got 5 mana. We can do this. We can play our Mega Navigator to trigger our Operative. We attack for 8. And we get a concession. That's good. Good game, Book Eater. Alright, that was game 4. We have 2 of our wins. That's great. We'll see what our prize is. It's a mythic. It's, Sphinx of Forgotten Lore from Foundations. 4 mana, 3/3 flash flyer. When it attacks, one of our instant sorceries in our graveyard gets flashback equal to its mana cost until end of turn. Neat. Alright. Will that system update not allow us? Nope, can't do it. So we'll try restarting Arena. I don't think that's going to help us a whole lot, but we'll give it a shot. Thank you for sticking with me through this little bit of dead air, dead camera, blank screen. We're making it through the darkness, and we'll see if Arena even lets us back in. It may not. Oh, that's a lot of darkness. Okay, all right, we're coming back. Maybe Arena will permit us to play. We'll see. We got 4 games in, so if we can't play, that's at least something. But hopefully... Ooh, hanging on that. Oh, okay. We're coming back. Isn't all that we're doing now waiting for the server? Like all of the checking for matches and what have you? Isn't that still us waiting for the server? Well, I think Edge of Eternities is really cool. I played in my pre-release this past weekend. It was fun. I went 2-1, so I think that's respectable. If you're the kind of person who has to go 3-0 at a limited event, come play against me, because I will not mind losing to you. I played a Demir deck. I got... Ooh, this is pretty sad for Arena. We're gonna be waiting for the server for a while, I bet. I don't know... It doesn't seem likely that we're going to come back. I'm going to give us one more restart of it, and hopefully that will help. Thank you for sticking with me. While we do, I'll give you a little more narration of my week. My pre-release. Got to see... Oh, this is much quicker. Got to see a lot of people that I had never met before. I think pre-releases are always a good thing. It's always a lot of fun. Just Sealed is fun on its own, but it's so low stakes, and the impact is always fun. People are seeing the cards for the first time or playing them with them for the first time. I even got a copy of Uthros, Titanic God Core, the rare or mythic tap land. Hey, here we go, we're back. Maybe this will even work. Hey, let us in, great. So, game 5. Anyway, Uthros Titanic God Core, which, by the way, hysterical name, Titanic God Core, is to that green planet's Gaia's Cradle. It is Tellurian Academy. In the same way, you just station it up to 12 charge counters, I believe, and then you pay a blue and tap it, and you add an amount of blue mana equal to the number of artifacts you control, which was pretty good in my blue black artifact stack. So, are we going to eat a removal spell on our Gene Morphimago? Let's find out. Got the Jace Chocobo. Oh, hey buddy. Vanishing Light. Alright, that's fair. If we only had another blue mana, we could Gigastorm Titan out this turn. But we'll stick to this Gale Blade, I guess. Too lost in space. We are just too lost in space. Ooh, another... Yeah, we're gonna deny them their lander token and draw a card. Too many removal spells there. We'll gain 2 life. We'll make a lander. We'll play a tap land. Pass the turn. And on their end step, we'll get another island. Or get an island. What do they have in hand? Was it just a big hand full of removal? I mean, respect if so. Well, here we go. We can get out our Starbreach Whale. And ooh, we could get out the Titan, but let's get out the Whale. Because this way, at least... do we do both? Let's do both. Let's warp this in. Surveil our way into Humidian, Terrabile, Botanist, and Gene Pollinator. We don't have any other lands in hand, so we're going to put this in the graveyard and we'll play out our little guy instead. We'll go to second main, play the Gigastorm Titan. Now they have to decide if they want to use the removal spell on the Titan or on the Whale. I assume on the Titan. No, I guess they didn't have a removal spell. Weft Blade Enhancer. When it enters, put 2 counters on a creature. Okay, seems pretty good. But what if we were to get rid of it? Right, we do want that land. We'll play this Pollinator, and we'll attack with our Gigastorm Titan. which is just a 5-mana 4/4 vanilla elemental. Still pretty good. Weft Blade Enhancer is back. Do they play a land to go with it? They don't. So second verse, same as the first. Yeah, we got that. Ooh, we got our Godmaw. And we have the mana for it. That's incredible. Let's attack. Tractor Beam does not have flash, but that's okay. We're going to play this thing one last time. Do we steal it? Do we Godmaw? I think we steal it. Just open the way for ourselves. Steal it, tap it, come on in. And then do we play the whale for evasion or the Leviathan? If we draw a land, I think we play the Leviathan. Oh. Do they have a way to get rid of the Tractor Beam? Cosmogrand Zenith, that is bad for us. When you got your second spell, make 2 friends or put a 1/1 counter on all your creatures. Wow. That's pretty cool. We might lose to that. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but yeah. Maybe we just play the whale in order to have an evasive creature. I want land. This may be a mistake, but that's what I'm looking for. We'll play out this Navigator. Do they have a removal spell that they will get out of their hand? I feel like forcing them to have it with this attack with the Titan is not a bad choice. They block with the Cosmogrand Zenith. They've got a pump spell, surely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. That suits me. Give them a nice. But it gets this Rig of War out of their hands. Rig for War, rather. We've got 2 cards in hand, 7 mana. Zookeeper Mechan taps for red, and they can pay 7 to give something +4/+0. Doesn't have to be that creature either, but only at sorcery speed. So this may be the end of it for them. Let's do this. Yeah, because we can always hold up the Godmaw for next time. I don't think they've got any kind of ability to force us to discard in white-red. So 3 life left. This may be our last game. Dockworker Drone. Okay. Do they have a flyer? Doesn't seem like... Oh, yeah, that's a concession. Yeah. Play the Godmaw. Play the land. Oh, they don't even let us. That's fair. Good game, Shadow Shocked. Alright. Let us acknowledge our victory. There we go. Okay. Thank you for watching this video and for sitting through those false restarts, I guess, when we had to try and get around the system update. Ooh, and we're waiting for the server pretty seriously right now. But that will be 3 wins for us. So that'll do it for us for this midweek Magic. Once we can get the server to acknowledge that we have won our 3rd game and that we still exist, We'll see what the prize we got is. I don't want to have to restart again just to get the prize, but maybe we have to. We'll just have to see. Yeah, I think it's probably a smart bet. Let's give it one more try. Thank you again for sticking around. We'll see if Arena is kind to us this time. This is not as fast of a response as our second restart. Wow. Arena's really having a tough time today. Wish I had something to show you during this time, but as we travel through the darkness of space, okay, here we go. We've got at least these planets and these ships. Sothera, Supervoid to look at. I don't remember the name of this one, but this is the planet I believe that the Kav are from, that aggressively mined it too deep. All right. In any case, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around for Edge of Eternities Jump In. I think that Edge of Eternities looks really fun, and I've been having a good time with it today. We're going to see if Arena lets us back in so we can see what our prize is, just to sort of have some closure for this. And yeah, I've had some fun with it. As I mentioned at the top of the video, I have a couple of other videos planned for Edge of Eternities coming out beyond just the ones that I do every week. If you're interested in the ones that I do every week, right now I have a series of March of the Machine commander decks that I'm making. I'm doing a commander deck for every legendary creature from the March of the Machine's main set and a few more. And I crack packs every Friday. This Friday should be an Edge of Eternity pack because I got to bring some home from the pre-release that I won. Wow. Arena really doesn't want us to come back in. This is such a shame. But this does happen not infrequently, I guess, whenever there's a new set that has dropped that same day. And us trying to push our way in is probably not helping the servers, but I mean, we do want to play the game. Do we try it one more time? Do we do one more reboot? All right, you talked me into it. Once more, into the void, dear friends. We'll see what the void has for us today. If it can give us satisfaction or hope or just darkness. I've seen space described as the final frontier. I think that's a joke everyone gets. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, Arena's not going to let us back in for a little while, it looks like. Well, I'm sorry we don't get to end the video with the satisfaction of seeing what cosmetic I won from Midweek Magic, but at least we got to see 4 games, and Jump In is something that you can play endlessly on Arena. You only get the 2 packs. Oh, that's fine, we'll give it one more try. But you get those 2 packs from a choice of, 2 sets of 3, and you can play it, just like with any Midweek Magic event, as many times as you want, even once you've gotten the 3 wins. So I encourage you to get on, enjoy Edge of Eternities, and play as much Jump In as you want, and maybe some of the other limited events that they have for Edge of Eternities. Play a Premier Draft, play a Sealed event. If you couldn't go to the pre-release especially, Sealed is a lot of fun. So we'll call it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and remember, Magic is fun. You should play more Magic when Arena will let you.